Jacob's trouble. And David said, and this, you know, the Psalms 119, if I haven't told you before, it deals with is 22 different segments of this chapter, and some Bibles have the modern Hebrew characters in it for each one of these segments of these verses. We look at Psalms 119, 101. No, we must do 100 first. Psalms 119, 100. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. That's why I ask you, have you ever go over these precepts, these lessons that's been given from start to finish, because you understand through the precepts. That's the only way you're going to understand this. You're not going to get this any other way. Verse 10, it says 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. See, through the precepts you're going to get understanding. That's why I say, that's why I hate every false way. The false way is the way that you're dealing with it being Edomonized in this world. This way back then, when he's in control. King David was in control and saying this. Now we out of control. We don't have any control. And we in the world of the Edomites. You're in the world of the wicked Israelites who are following the Edomites, trying to be demonized as they are. That's what it means. Edomonized is demonized. So you take it or leave it. That's what it's saying. Look it up for yourself. I was going to say, through that precept, I get understanding. Why you don't have understanding? Because you ain't going over these precepts. Enough. Therefore, I hate every false way. People trying to pretend like they know and don't know nothing as they ought to know. But this is how you get understanding. Through the precepts. You got to go over it. You got to go over it, over and over and over again to get it. And you ask the Most High for understanding. 128. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. And I hate every false way. You hear that? Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. And that's what we're dealing with. All things, all different topics. But you get understanding through the precepts. Going here, going there. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. That's how you get understanding. He said, verse 128 of Psalms 119, therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. And I hate every false way. So you hate every false way. That's why these other nations are not going to get this. See, as to where the Most High and the Mashiach Abishai, we have not known it. How you going to follow them? How you going to follow what they're saying? You got to be out of your mind. Right now, like y'all say, who's coming online? The movie y'all said Jesus getting ready to come out, right? No, that's right, because it's day Easter coming up. Galatians 1 and 8. Every false way. That's a false way that they get ready to perpetrate right there. Bring him. And they lying, they ain't dealing with the truth. That's why he says, I hate every false way. Galatians 1 and 8. But though we or an angel from heaven, an angel come down from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which ye have preached unto you, that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Hear that? Let him be accursed. That's why you got to go over these precepts, because you don't know them. Then somebody can come up to you and say whatever they want to say, and you believe them because they have a great They speak very well. And you think they're on point. Or you looking online, you hear somebody speak very well, you think they're on point. But you ain't, what do you have to go by, to judge by, if you ain't studied yourself? That's why he said this. Verse 6, Galatians 1 and 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of a Mashiach Yahushua, into another gospel. Yeah. You've been called here, but you're over there, you're over here, over there, looking everywhere. Next thing you know, you're confused. Then you come back confused. People come back confused, want to get the answer. So where you get that from? Because your confusion, you're over here, you're over there, you're looking everywhere, you're trying to seek out what you can seek out, and it really ain't like everybody said, they ain't never went over a lesson from start to beginning. It's the beginning to the end. Start the beginning to the end. So, but you everywhere else. You got questions to ask about something that you never went over. Because you ain't got this yet. But you're looking for something else. You just like, sometimes you can be just like people that go to church. All they do is listen. They hear the choir. Get all hyped in the choir. Then you ask them, what did the preacher teach about? I don't know, but it sure sounds good. It was moving me, but that's it. You can't just listen to this. You gotta look at this, go over it. There's no excuse. When the Mashiach Yahushua come back and say, what did you do for me? Did you follow what I said? Did you do what I said? It's no different. He's sending men to bring forth the word now. He said the prophets, Israel was like, oh man, I ain't gonna listen to you. Think about all the people that didn't listen to Noah. They ain't listen to Noah. We're in the same position right now. We just got more than Noahs. We're a lot of Noahs. That's crying out to our people to tell them they got to study. You got to do what you're supposed to do. It's showing you the right way, and you don't want to do it. It's hurtful because you know what the result is. Death and destruction to our people. But if you don't care, then you don't care. It gets to the point where you want to do people really, really care about their salvation. Look, Galatians 1 and 6. I marvel that ye are soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Mashiach Yahushua, into another gospel. Many have left. Many have went their own way to another gospel. Sad to say. Which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Mashiach Yahushua. They pervert the gospel of Mashiach Yahushua. They pervert it. But you don't know it because you don't know the gospel of Mashiach Yahushua in the first place. Of him coming in the volume of the book. And understanding what you should know to be able to roll in the spirit with the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, and be under the shadow of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, so that you can be led in the right direction. What path you on? I mean, all you know is to be demonized. Because if you don't know this, then what are you going by? What are you going by? If you don't know this, then what do you have to go by? Then you're gonna argue for the Edomites. It ain't even around. But here we are arguing with people that's demonized, and the Edomites not even there. That's how destroyed we are for lack of knowledge. That's how the Most High destroyed us. While you walk around with a bunch of dead Israelites. You can't say you are alive because you're only alive through the Holy Spirit, which is going to confess of Mashiach Yahushua, who confess to the word of the Most High, who is the word of the Most High. That's it. That's the only way. Isaiah 34:16. Isaiah 34:16 says, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read. No one of these shall fail. So look, you looking for something else. Oh, you're gonna have the great house and the great car and the great mansions and the white picket fence in hell? That what you're looking for? And you ain't seeking this? Say, seek ye out of the book of the Most High and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want their mate. You can't match nothing with this. Nothing with this. For my mouth it hath commanded. Hear that? The Most High's mouth it has commanded. And his spirit it has gathered them. Gathered these words together. Joshua 1 and 8. This is serious. Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. So you're supposed to be talking about spiritual things concerning the word of the Most High and not of the world so much. And we're going to end this lesson right now, and I'll just listen, and everybody, we go right into the world. Nobody talking about the Most High, nobody talking about the Mashiach, Yahushua, or themselves concerning the Israelites in the book of what we're going over. That's why you don't know. And some don't say nothing. They just sit back and listen to it. It's get to the point where, you know, it's too much to learn, too much that you need to get that you don't have, else you would be here. And we wouldn't be going over this. We wouldn't, like I said, we wouldn't, this book of the law, we wouldn't be going in the book of law and we had it together. So it's a lot of time that we need to be helping each other, and just like I am, to the best of my ability, coming forward with this truth. For those that can hear. But it's a book of law. Shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. That's 24/7. Day and night. That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. And when you do this, then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. There it is. So that's to let you know all prosperity and all success is not good success concerning the Most High. Because when you studying this word, you observing to do all the commandments that he's saying that's written within here, you following them, then you're going to have good success and you'll be prosperous. And have good success and not have the success of the world. Because you see what it's leading to. Come on. It's getting worse and worse. I heard Beyonce got a church now. These things I hear because it's on my timeline. I have researchers that's researching everything. The wickedness of the world and the righteousness of the world. There's a balance. This is what we have to do. Isaiah 8 and 20. If you're not doing it, you're not in the spirit. You're out of the spirit. Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law, which is the book of law, the Bible, he gave us laws, 613 laws, to the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So if you can't speak about the Bible, ain't no light in you. What's that light? What is that light? Proverbs 6:23. Proverbs 6:23. What is the light? For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life, according to thus say the Most High. To keep thee from the evil woman, it says. From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Think about it. That's what the law can do for you. Say, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, in her mind. Neither let her take thee in her eyelids, blinking at you. Seducing you. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. See? That's why the law, when you're in the law, you won't get trapped up in these things. Well, next thing you know, you don't know where you're going or coming. Because a whorish woman, what is that? Who is a whorish woman? A woman that sleep with this man, sleep with that man, sleep with that man, this man, blink at you, look, she look good, and blink at you, next thing you know, you with her. And what said the law keep you from these things, because you say, okay, what do you really know? That's what you judge everything on, what? The Bible, according to what's written, and not how you personally feel. It's got to be according to the word. But if you don't know the word, what you going to judge on? You going to judge on what? Oh yeah, she's fine, man. And she likes me. Leading your butt straight to hell. So you go to hell any way you want to, just don't take me with you. And don't take the righteous with you. But that's what the scriptures say, man. It tells you in Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 8, and verse 5, on page 15. It says, gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. What it says. And it tells us, it tells us, give not thy soul unto harlots. You're supposed to be sleeping with no hoes, no prostitutes, that thou lose not thine inheritance. You got brothers telling brothers to go out there and sleep with harlots and all that stuff, hoes, prostitutes. Say, give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. You end up not being able to go into the kingdom. Verse 8 says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. You're supposed to be looking at another man's woman. Say, don't be looking at the beauty of a woman. Just because she look good outside, don't mean that she's good inside. Or she's righteous inside, may I say. Say, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. You ain't supposed to be looking at another man's woman either. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. It says, sit not at all with another man's wife. Nor, this is what the law keeps you from doing these things. Say sit, but if you lawless, then you won't do these things. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, hugging her, like brothers like to hug women, some other man's woman, and spend not thine money with her at the wine, buying drinks and so forth, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. That's right. That's how you know you commit adultery. Proverbs 6 and 27. Say, can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? You take fire in your bosom and your clothes not going to burn? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? You're going to walk upon hot coals, you think your feet ain't going to be burned? Say, so he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. That's a man that's going with another man's woman. He's not going to be innocent. That's death. Unless the Most High, you repent, and the Most High have mercy on you. That's what the law keep you from. And that's why I say when you hear about these things and those things come about, brothers jump on that real fast. And sisters. That's why it tells us in Psalm 64 and 6. So they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search and look for wickedness, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. That's right. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. That's why you got to watch out. You got to watch out, man. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Don't run away. Why? Because of iniquity. They're going to realize the Most High's hand is in this. And so when people don't realize that the Most High is working in this earth, he had to have his 1/3. He had to have his 144,000, 12,000 men of each tribe of the nation of Israel. He had to have those things. And then when he have those are those that's going to get their life to him. That's why it tells you they're going to be virgins. They're going to be defiled with women. They're going to be caught up in a woman going to lead them or tell them what to do and guide them in the way to salvation. Because the Most High going to call them out of the madness that the world will have them in, so that they'll know the right way to be able to help every one of the nation of Israel, men and women and children. That's 144,000. And they're not going to sway one way or another. That's why it tells us in Revelation 14th chapter. In verse 1. It said, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having their father's name written in their foreheads, in their minds. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So that's my name forever and immortal to all generations. And I heard a voice from heavens as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, playing piano. That's the harp, playing the harp. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts. So singing is going to be involved in salvation. And before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These 144,000 going to be redeemed from the earth. 12,000 of each of the tribes of Israel. Just in case you didn't know. So when you ask the Jewish people, okay, they're 144,000? You can ask them to name the 12 tribes. Most of them can't. And most Israel can't. That's more than asking somebody else. You should know all these things. That's part of your studies. Nobody can sing this song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. I mean, they ain't touched with harlots and hoes and listed their inheritance behind the madness that a woman could bring. And also dealing with being a virgin, not being touched by this woman who is this world is under a feminine vibration, under the Edomites, who are operating under a feminine vibration as a woman. As it tells in Isaiah 47 chapter. They're the woman that is talking about too. And our women, if they're following the way of the Edomites, y'all been Edomonized, been demonized, then you the same, you no different than them. That's why he told them in Isaiah 47 and 1. It said, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Now we know that's talking about Esau. When you go to Psalms 137, I mean, some of these things might be repeated to you, but these are the things, these are how you get the precept. You should be able to know how, wherever we go, to break all this Bible down, precept upon precept, so you can understand through the precepts. So Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation thereof. They burn our temple down. When the Babylonians, the Ethiopians came and put us in captivity for 70 years, they burned our temples down. They say, oh, daughter of Babylon. So here it is, Edom represents the daughter of Babylon. Just put virgin daughter of Babylon, because right here, that's talking about all the way to America. Because she's a virgin, because ain't nobody stepped on the shores of America and touch nothing. Who ought to be destroyed. That's the future. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh thy and dasheth thy little ones against the stones, like they dashed our little children against the stone. He's going to destroy them. He's going to be happy to take their little children, little kids, and dash them against the stone, as they took our little children and dashed our little children against the stone. There's a book called The Destruction of the Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas, that shows the pictures in there showing them bashing our little children against the stones. It's right there, people. I'll shallow it down. In fact, I have it right here. So when you see what he's going to do to them, this is right here. This is right here. Right here. Bam. I have blown up just for those that don't believe. It's right here. Here it is, first picture. Matter of fact, don't take a rocket science to figure it out. There it is right there. You see that? There it is. Them dashing our little children against the stone. So, payback is a mother. So, there it is. A short account of the destruction of the Indies. That's what it's called. It's by Bartholomew de las Casas. A short account of the destruction of the Indies. You know what the caption says below that picture? It says, they spared no one. When they came into the shores of America, it said they spared no one, erecting especially wide gibbets on which they could string their victims up with their feet just off the ground and then burn them alive as they dashed the little children against the stone. There it is. So, don't get it twisted. I have the information. I'll praise the Most High, but I'll show him I shall go to shine. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons. Most High is not mocked. But whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So going back to Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Now that we know that this virgin daughter of Babylon represents the Edomites. Now let's go back to Isaiah 47. And this is how you get understanding. But if you never go over this and you just write down scriptures, you don't understand why when you go back over these scriptures, why am I going to these scriptures? If you don't understand why you're going to these scriptures, then how you going to understand the lesson period whenever you study it on your own? That's why at least you have the opportunity to go online on Freestyle Wound YouTube page, and majority of the times I put some of these lessons up online that you can just go over it and over it again to see this. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust. I mean, you could be at a low estate. O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter, that's a woman of the Chaldeans. Virgin daughter is a woman. Consider Esau as a woman, but not a woman as in the bridegroom as a Mashiach Yahushua, because Israel represented a woman too. The whole 12 tribes of Israel represent a woman too, but this is something different here. O virgin daughter of Babylon, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You know what it says? It says, verse 5, it says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. That's why you Edomonized. Because you're in darkness, you're in ignorance. He told him to get the shut up. That means sit thou silent. If he tell you to be silent, what did he tell you? To shut up. Point blank. And get thee into darkness. Get thee into darkness. I mean, get thee into ignorance. And it tells you in Isaiah 60 and 2 that the world is in gross darkness, gross ignorance. Gross ignorance. That's what he told them, to get thee into darkness. That's why you don't know nothing. That's why people don't know anything as they ought to know. Oh, daughter, which is a woman, which is a girl of the Chaldeans, because that's the ways they follow. All the wickedness of the Babylonians. For thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. There it is. That's what they got. What they have a man out there in New York, in that harbor. No, they got a Statue of Liberty. A woman out there. Look. Verse 7 says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither did thou remember the latter end of it, the end results of what the Most High gonna do when he bring his wrath. Therefore hear now this, thou that giveth that to, thou giveth the pleasures, and thou dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am. This is what I mean. Come on, you just said that they coming on with a movie about Jesus. They are said in their mind, which is their heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit a widow. Widow still is a woman that has lost her husband. Neither shall I know the loss of children. Look. Now you said they coming on with some movie called Jesus or something. Let's see what Mashiach Yahushua said in John 8 and 50.